Hello, it's Movie Rewinds here. Spoilers ahead, so watch out, and take care.
In the middle of a blocked road, a Yakuza man named Oda wakes up, finding himself in just his underwear and in front of Boksoon, the legendary assassin. Instead of killing him immediately, Boksoon explains she learned from her daughter Jae-young that things should be done fairly, which was discussed when they heard the news about the senator refuting all claims that his son was fraudulently admitted into college. So in order to be fair, Boksoon gives Oda a sword so he can defend himself while she'll fight with a hatchet. A fierce battle begins between two very skilled warriors, but in the end, it's Oda who kills Boksoon. However, Boksoon is suddenly seen alive as well, because that fight had just been her analyzing the situation and predicting the result. Seeing as she can't win hand to hand, she decides to cheat and just shoot Oda. Afterward, Boksoon goes home, where she discovers her daughter has been hiding cigarettes. This makes Boksoon remember when her abusive father found her smoking and made her eat a cigarette. When Jae-young gets home, Boksoon goes through many scenarios in her mind, and seeing they all end in an argument, she decides not to scold her, since their relationship is already pretty tense and awkward. Jae-young doesn't know her mother is an assassin and hates how secretive and absent she can be. The next day, Oda's death appears on the news. Min Kyo is glad to see Boksoon did her job well because he's the CEO of M.K Enterprise, the assassin company Boksoon works for. However, his sister Min Hee is jealous because she knows Min Kyo adores Boksoon and pays more attention to her. Meanwhile, Boksoon gets together with her hitmen friends for a drink. Everyone is impressed by her sword and her salary, which is quite high because she's Class A and the best in the business. While they chat, they discuss the 3 rules Min Kyo has taught all the assassin companies: never murder minors, only take jobs sanctioned by their companies, and always attempt the assigned jobs. Disobeying these rules will get the employee killed. After the meeting is over, Boksoon finds a group of thugs checking out her car and calling her naughty names. Boksoon insults them back, but before they can react, fellow assassin Hee Sung cuts in and beats them all up. Hee Sung is as good as Boksoon and should be Class A as well, but he couldn't go that high because he got on the CEO's bad side. After the fight, Boksoon and Hee Sung spend the night together, and Boksoon gives Hee Sung money for his father's medical treatment, which hurts Hee Sung's pride. Meanwhile, Jae-young is meeting with her girlfriend So-ra. Their relationship is a secret because they know their mothers wouldn't approve of their preferences. Unfortunately, they have to interrupt all their kissing when a group of classmates almost walks on them, and Jae-young has to turn down Chol-woo's invitation to hang out, which makes him rather angry. Sometime later, Boksoon goes to the MK offices to see Min Kyo, but Min Hee blocks her way and drags her away for a special activity. In a shady bathroom, Young Ji attacks a man, triggering a fierce fight that throws them against the wall, revealing this is just an exercise in the Assassin Academy. Min Hee puts Boksoon on the spot and asks her to train with Young Ji, who is her biggest fan. Young Ji arms herself with a wooden knife and Boksoon with a marker, and the fight starts with an obvious advantage for Boksoon. Young Ji manages to pull a trick to throw his weapon from one hand to the other, which would have given Boksoon a cue if the knife had been real. However, Boksoon quickly retaliates and uses her marker to write on Young Ji's neck, which would have equaled death. Afterward, Boksoon meets with Min Kyo, who makes her choose between 2 envelopes for the next mission. Boksoon looks at her choice and discovers she must kill a boy, but Min Kyo quickly corrects her and explains he's of age. Boksoon also takes the chance to remind Min Kyo her contract is ending soon and she'll be retiring. Their meeting is interrupted when Boksoon gets a call from the school telling that Jae-young stabbed Chol-woo. She rushes to the school and learns that her daughter is at risk of being expelled because she never gave a reason for the attack. For now, she gets a week of suspension, and then the committee will make a proper decision later. Afterward, Boksoon talks to Jae-young and demands an explanation, but Jae-young just says she wanted to kill Chol-woon. Later, while Hee Sung is on a job cleaning the bodies he left, Boksoon offers her company and rants about how distant she feels from her daughter. She's also worried that Jae-young is becoming too much like her. Meanwhile, the leaders of each assassin company under MK are having a meeting. They've discovered there's a murder victim that happened outside company's orders and the culprit could be one of their employees. Min Kyo assures everyone that if that's true, he won't hesitate to kill the culprit for breaking the rules. They don't know this is all a plan by Min Hee, who wants to get rid of Boksoon to have Min Kyo for herself. Sometime later, Boksoon keeps on trying to talk to Jae-young, but the girl ignores her. At that moment, she gets a call from Min Kyo, who is getting ready to go on a trip, and he informs her that Young Ji will be her partner for the mission. Later in the evening, the 2 assassins break into the victim's apartment and knock him out, then they begin preparing the details to make it look like he did it himself. But when she's about to kill him, Boksoon realizes the face looks familiar and checks the goodbye later, It turns out this is the senator's son, who the father is getting killed to get rid of the scandal. Her thoughts are suddenly interrupted by a call that goes directly to voicemail, and she listens to the message to discover it's Jae-young apologizing for everything. Inspired by this, Boksoon refuses to kill a young man just because his fate's ashamed, so she calls Min Kyo to tell him she's made a mistake and failed the mission. Min Kyo has already arrived at a Russian bar and he puts on his earbuds to talk to Boksoon while he carries on his mission. A fierce battle ensues in the bar, but Min Kyo has no issues fighting and killing every man that approaches him with accurate shots or hand-to-hand combat. As he fights, he demands to know the truth, but Boksoon sticks to her story and even makes Young Ji say she also made a mistake to make it more believable. Min Kyo points out Boksoon broke the rules, so to buy his silence, Boksoon says she'll accept to extend her contract with MK instead of retiring. Her only condition is that nobody can finish the mission she failed, and Min Kyo accepts. When Boksoon gets home, Jae-young is already sleeping. However, when she leaves the room, it's revealed that Jae-young was just pretending to be asleep, and she's been needing comfort because So-ra won't answer her messages. After finishing his own task, Min Kyo calls Min-hee and tells her to close the senator's case, ignoring the fact this could damage the company's reputation. Min Kyo has a clear preference for Boksoon and it makes Min-hee hate her more. Ready for revenge, she goes looking for Hee-sung to ask him to finish Boksoon's failed mission, which he immediately accepts because it would put him in the A-leagues and give him the money for his father's treatment. On the plane, Min Kyo can't help thinking about the day he met Boksoon many years ago. When Min Kyo broke into a house to kill a man, the guy's daughter came home earlier than expected. This was Boksoon, who wasn't bothered by the fact someone was trying to kill her abusive dad. In fact, she kicks the chair to finish the job. Min Kyo had been impressed by the girl's lack of fear and quick thinking, so he took her under his wing to train her as an assassin. Sometime later, Boksoon finally gets to have a proper talk with her daughter, who shares what truly happened. Chulwoo took a picture of her and So-ra kissing, then he threatened with making them public unless Jae-young dated him for 1 month. To make matters worse, So-ra asked Jae-young to do what he said for the sake of her reputation. Hurt by her girlfriend's lack of empathy, Jae-young responded by stabbing Chulwoo with a pair of scissors. Boksoon is quite upset to hear her daughter likes girls and asks her if she's just confused, which hurts Jae-young deeply and makes her remind her mother she keeps secrets too. Their conversation is interrupted by a visit from Young Ji. Boksoon thinks this is an attack, but she immediately calms down when Young Ji explains she's been fired because she's being blamed for the failure to cover for Boksoon. Feeling guilty and pitiful, Boksoon takes Young Ji to the bar to have dinner together, and Jae-young has to watch how her mother chooses work over her again. At the bar, Boksoon's assassin pals arrive with Hee-sung as they congratulate him for becoming A rank, which immediately tells Boksoon that something's wrong. Meanwhile, Min Kyo violently confronts Min-hee for finishing the senator's job, but Min-hee responds by trying to kiss him. Min Kyo turns her down and sticks to defending Boksoon. At the bar, Boksoon sees the news of the boy's death and immediately guesses what happened. Her scolding of Hee-sung is suddenly interrupted by a call from Min-hee, who asks to be put on speaker. Then she offers the mission of killing Boksoon. Whoever manages it will jump straight to rank B. Another savage fight begins that even the bar owner joins, and Boksoon is shocked to see Young Ji is actually on her side helping her kill each of the guys. One by one they kill every single assassin with whatever tool they can find around, and lastly only Hee-sung is left. When Boksoon comes to kill him, Hee-sung asks her to take care of his dad before he dies. Afterward, Boksoon calls the cleaning crew and wonders why Young Ji helped her. So Young Ji explains she just wants to survive and Boksoon had more chances of winning. Then Boksoon gets a call from Jae-young, who wonders when her mother will come home because she needs her. However, Min Kyo suddenly shows up and violently pushes Boksoon against the wall, furious because she's broken a bunch of rules and this will get him in trouble with the other leaders. Boksoon doesn't want her daughter to hear this, so Min Kyo quickly destroys the phone. Then Young Ji cuts in and explains that it was Min-hee who sent the orders. Min Kyo asks Boksoon to come to the office the next day to renew her contract because that's the only way he can protect her, but Boksoon refuses, knowing that this disrespect means they'll have to fight. However, when she calculates the outcome, she can see she loses, so she has no choice but to accept to renew the contract. After Boksoon leaves, Min Kyo asks Young Ji not to tell anyone about this. At home, Boksoon is scolded by her daughter, who had been worried because she didn't answer her phone. Jae-young explains So-ra has broken up with her and is now denying she's into girls like that. Boksoon apologizes for her reaction earlier and promises Jae-young she doesn't have to hide who she is. Then she has a breakdown, and Jae-young realizes her mother has had an awful day at work too. They bond over their difficult lives while Boksoon continues to keep details vague, but Jae-young suddenly confesses she once found a gun and a fake passport in her mother's bag. This makes Jae-young think her mother is CIA, and since Boksoon finally feels close to her daughter, she doesn't deny it. The next day the company bosses hold a meeting to discuss the killing of their men, suspecting that Min Kyo is involved in this. Min Kyo explains Boksoon had been defending herself and offers monetary compensation, but some of the bosses don't believe him and ask him to finish things for himself as the rules say, even handing him the blade to do so. Instead, Min Kyo kills one of the bosses on top of the table and reminds everyone that he is the rule, so he adds a new one to the list, not drawing weapons during their meetings. Meanwhile Boksoon goes to the office to sign the contract, only to find Min Hee, who confesses young Ji was killed by Min Kyo after she left the other night. Furious, Boksoon kills Min Hee with a pen and leaves it for Min Kyo as a message that she wants to duel him. In the evening, Boksoon makes sure to have a very cozy dinner with Jae-young, even letting her skip the vegetables. She wants her to have a last good memory in case she doesn't come back. Moments later, Boksoon arrives at the office, and Min Kyo begins shooting at her as soon as the elevator doors open. However, Boksoon doesn't move, knowing he isn't being serious yet. Then Min Kyo asks her to have a drink with him, saying he's already predicted the battle and that she loses. Boksoon begins going through dozens of predictions in her head, using all kinds of techniques to try to kill Min Kyo each time, but no matter what she tries, she always ends up losing. However, hearing him talk about the old days makes her realize he does have a weakness, and that's Boksoon herself. It turns out Min Kyo had been in love with her all this time, and when Boksoon finally says it aloud, it's enough to distract Min Kyo and kill him with a samurai sword. Before dying, Min Kyo confesses he sent a tablet to Jae-young so she could watch everything through the security cameras. Panicking and upset, Boksoon rushes back to her home, afraid her daughter will hate her now. However, Jae-young is asleep in her bed, so maybe Min Kyo was lying. At that moment Jae-young wakes up and praises Boksoon for always working so hard for the family, which makes her feel guilty and leaves her wondering if Jae-young truly doesn't know. Sometime later, it's revealed that the senator that got his son killed died in his car due to carbon monoxide poisoning, implying Boksoon did it. Jae-young has officially been expelled, but she goes to the school to say a final goodbye to her friends. She shakes hands with So-ra and leans in to whisper in her ear that she debated whether to kiss her in front of everyone or to just kill her. Afterward she makes eye contact with Chol-woo as she touches her neck, reminding him what she's capable of.
Make sure subscribe our channel for more videos, and thanks for watching.